They have gathered in the Big Apple, the biggest of the players, all the NFL teams and fans of all 31, to join us here at the theater. And the quarterbacks, 5 of them, may go before halfway through the first round. We've never had that before. And the running back, after the QBs, the other issue, Ricky Williams, the 6,000-yard Heisman Trophy winner. Where does he go? We'll find that out here today and tomorrow as ESPN begins our coverage of the 64th annual selection meeting, which in English is known as the NFL Draft.
In Miami, the Dolphins tried to trade up to get Edgerrin James, but holding only 5 picks in the draft, as Jimmy Johnson said, he was handcuffed. Why is Jimmy looking so glum? Normally at this time the phone's ringing off the hook for him, but no callers. Who wants to go to 24? The Dolphins might trade out of 24. Figuring 3 or 4 backs they would be interested in would be there early in the second round, and Cecil Collins could be one of them. Let's go to Tom Jackson in Denver. In Miami, in reviewing the Dolphins roster with Jimmy Johnson, it was apparent that there were very few openings, but one area where they could upgrade is still at the running back position. And while they tried hard to work their way up to get Edgerrin James and failed, and they will have to face him twice next year, at least Jimmy is checking his list to see where he can get an edge at running back. One consolation, the Patriots didn't get him. Now let's go to Denver, Tommy Jackson. In Miami, I reminded Jimmy Johnson that at the end of last season, he told me his defense is set. The focus is now going to be on offense. And so he took his number 4th pick, gave it up for restricted free agent Hunter Goodwin, a tight end from Minnesota. Traded his 5th pick to San Francisco for the big guard Kevin Gogan, and one of his 7th picks to the Giants for running back Tyrone Wheatley. So Jimmy's draft started long before today. More offense to come. Let's go to Tom Jackson.
Now for an update down to Hank Goldberg in Miami. Henry, some news?
Yeah, you know, Jimmy's been jonesing for a phone call. He wanted to get into the action. He did. He gave up his 24th pick coming up in this draft to number 27, where San Francisco now moves up. So in addition to that, they get the first pick that San Francisco had in the 5th round. That's number 134. Now, remember, San Francisco was holding another Dolphins pick in the 5th round. They had given it up for Kevin Gogan. So he gets back a 5th-round pick. He's at 134 there, and he gets the 27th pick in this round. And don't be surprised if he trades down again, because he's still looking for running backs, and a few of them will be there early in the 2nd round. Or he could go with Rob Conrad in this round, the running back from Syracuse. Let's go back to New York.
Back in New York, the San Francisco 49ers are on the clock because of the trade they made a few moments ago with the Miami Dolphins, moving up 3 spots in the 1st round. And in exchange, as Hank Goldberg reported, Miami gets one of San Francisco's 5th-round picks. Now let's go down to Miami, who was the other half of the trade, and Hank Goldberg. Hammer.
Boomer, you guys didn't think that Jimmy Johnson was going to sit there with just 5 picks, did you? Now he goes to 27. Then he trades again with Detroit, picks up their 2nd, 3rd, and 5th-round picks, number 39, number 70, and number 142. So effectively, what Jimmy has done now, combined with the San Francisco deal, is he got out of the 1st round where he was sitting at number 24, picks up a 2, a 3, and 2 5s. In Miami, Jimmy Johnson doesn't just draft. He plays draft, and he does it very well. In a combination of deals, he traded out of the number 24 spot in the 1st round and picked up 4 more picks, a 2, a 3, and 2 5s. There's Jimmy and Bob Ackles, his director of football operations. So they are now sitting at number 39 with their 1st pick, and they will probably get a good running back there. They're comfortable with that. Maybe not a good enough running back to get a private plane ride, though. Let's go to Tom Jackson. The Dolphins came into this draft looking to upgrade the running back position. They couldn't trade up to get Edgerrin James. They did their 2nd priority, which was to get an extra pick in the 2nd round by trading out of the 24th spot and subsequently the 27th spot. So now with 3 picks to go, no running back has been chosen since the Dolphins traded out of number 24. So far, it's breaking their way.
And now, can you believe this? Jimmy Johnson has just picked Jimmy Johnson. Miami has just selected in the 2nd round running back James Johnson. So the hair's a little different, but, you know, the name's the same.
Transfer from East Mississippi Junior College and gave Jackie Sherrill 2 great years of steady productivity. A big back who has all the way potential, has some speed, although he doesn't have the 4.4 clocking. He can break at the distance, has that up over the top type leaping ability. And you see a kid here who can break a tackle and then turn it on. Had a lot of long runs, averaged about 6 yards a carry. So, James Johnson this season, he last as a junior and senior, one of the most productive backs in the country, and he did it as well against SEC competition. Question is that upright style. Even though he broke tackles in the SEC, will he run into some interference with an upright style that allows him to take a lot of solid direct hits? Then you wonder about, durability over a 16-game period.
So that's a run there in the second round. And now let's go down to Miami where Hank, really, Jimmy Johnson's picked Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah. Is this town big enough for 2 JJs? Well, I'll tell you, the second JJ is big enough to fill the big running back need that Jimmy had. And yesterday when I talked with Jimmy, and there was a lot of talk about Cecil Collins, and he said, he's not the only guy we're looking at. And I said, how about J.J. Johnson? He smiled and he said, can you hold off on that until we're on the clock? This is the guy they really wanted. And look at what they did. They traded out of the 24th spot, and they were sitting in the exact same position in terms of choice 15 picks later because nobody took a running back in between. Look how happy Jimmy is, just jumping up and down around the war room. He's thrilled with this pick, believe me. Let's go back to New York.
He just wants to see his name in lights a little bit more, Hank. I think that's what it is. So Miami has moved down a couple of times and still got a big running back, as you point out.